Welcome to another episode of Thailand Truth Talks. Episode 4: The Honest Broker When Truth Actually Pays. Most foreign creators in Thailand treat the culture like a prop, something to point a camera at, joke about, monetize, and move on from. They speak over locals, not with them. They use temples as backdrops, not institutions. They mimic Thai phrases for laughs, not understanding. Respect is optional, accuracy is negotiable, and humility is nowhere in the business plan. So when you encounter creators who do the opposite, who speak Thai because they actually learned it, who participate in traditions because they value them, who pause before every claim to ask, is this true? Is this respectful? Is this mine to explain? It stops you cold. Because in this ecosystem, genuine cultural respect is so rare it feels like a glitch in the matrix. Episode 4 is about those glitches. The outliers who don't treat Thailand as a content farm. The expats who integrate instead of imitate. The ones who show the actual forms, cite the actual ministries, and admit what they don't know. The ones who refuse the shortcuts everyone else takes. Two creators stand out: Martin Bravo Siam and Emily Sishala, a Spanish actor and chose Thailand as home, and a British expat who became a bilingual cultural bridge. But respect alone doesn't absolve anyone. So today, we test whether their integrity is real, or simply the most convincing performance of all. The algorithm doesn't reward honesty, it rewards outrage, urgency, and fear. So when you find a creator who refuses to play that game, who builds a channel on evidence instead of emotion, who corrects mistakes instead of hiding them, you have to ask yourself, what's their angle? Because in an ecosystem designed to punish integrity, the fact that anyone survives by telling the truth feels almost suspicious. This is episode 4. We spent 3 episodes dissecting the predators, the opportunists, and the chaos merchants. We've shown you how the game is rigged, how incentives corrupt, how the machinery of manipulation operates at industrial scale. We've named names, we've exposed funnels, we've documented real harm to real people. But if we stop there, we'd be lying to you, too. Because the story isn't complete until we acknowledge that not everyone is playing dirty. Not everyone is optimizing for your weakness. Not everyone treats Thailand as a content mine and viewers as revenue streams. Some creators, rare as they are, have figured out how to build sustainable channels without selling their audience's trust. They've chosen the harder path, the slower path. The path that doesn't promise 6 figures in 6 months, but delivers something more valuable. Credibility that compounds over years instead of collapsing overnight. Today, we're examining the lawful good archetype, the creators who publish primary sources, correct their errors publicly, refuse affiliate schemes, and somehow still manage to survive. We're going to profile 2 of them in detail. As mentioned earlier, Martin Bravo Siam and Emily Sishala, Spanish actor turned cultural ambassador, British expat turned bilingual bridge builder, both with massive audiences, both fluent in Thai, both choosing transparency over tactics. And we're going to ask the question that matters most. Are they genuinely different? Or have they found a more sophisticated way to hide the same old game? Because here's what you need to understand going in. The lawful good creator isn't automatically a saint. They're still running a business. They still need views to survive. They still operate inside the same algorithmic incentive structure that rewards sensationalism and punishes nuance. The difference isn't that they've escaped the system. The difference is what they're willing to sacrifice to stay in it. So let's find out if that sacrifice is real. Martin Bravo Siam didn't arrive in Thailand as a YouTuber. He arrived as a Muay Thai fighter, Spanish engineering graduate, stable career path, conventional future. And he walked away from it all to chase a dream that involved getting punched in the face for a living. That dream ended with an injury. Most people would have gone home, booked a flight back to Spain, told themselves it was a good adventure, moved on with their lives. Martin did something different. He stayed, not because he had a backup plan, because he fell in love with the country. This is documented. Thai media covered his story. The viral Facebook video shows him eating larb, speaking fluent Thai, explaining in interviews that he decided to die in Thailand because the culture captured him in a way nothing else had. Not the beaches, not the nightlife, not the cost of living. The culture, the food, the people, the language, the spirit. That's the origin story. And origin stories matter because they reveal motivation. Martin's channel wasn't built on a business plan. It was built on genuine affection that happened to find an audience. Fast forward to today, 141,000 subscribers, over 1,000 videos, nearly daily uploads for years, 56 million total views. But here's the interesting part. His average views per video hover around 10,000. For a channel his size, that's modest. It means he's not chasing virality. He's serving a committed audience that comes back because they trust what he's going to say. His content is eclectic. Street food tours, temple visits, cultural explainers, interviews with locals, videos about floods in southern Thailand where he's not promoting himself. He's showing destroyed villages and asking viewers to donate. His most recent titles include things like Trang is one of the most beautiful destinations in South Thailand, and here's how you can help. Not this secret Thai town the government doesn't want you to see, or the truth about Thai floods they're hiding. No countdown timers, no manufactured urgency, no capitalizing on crisis for clicks. The tone across his videos is consistent, upbeat, curious, educational. When he teaches Thai phrases, he does it patiently, citing the cultural context, explaining why certain words carry weight. When he interviews a government official about visa rules, he tells viewers explicitly to check with the embassy first, a disclaimer that costs him authority but gains him credibility. Look at his engagement metrics. 7% like rate, 0.6% comment rate, both unusually high. This tells you something important. His audience isn't passively consuming. They're actively participating. They're discussing. They're learning. The comments aren't full of thirst or emoji spam. They're full of Thai speakers thanking him for representing their culture accurately and foreigners asking thoughtful questions about traditions. Even more telling, Thai viewers show up in huge numbers. They address him with honorifics. They correct small language mistakes gently. They defend him when Western commenters suggest he's exaggerating his fluency. This doesn't happen by accident. You don't earn respect from locals by performing culture. You earn it by respecting culture. Martin wears Thai silk in Spain. He waves Thai flags in Valencia. He explains Buddhist concepts to Spanish audiences. He's not cosplaying. He's genuinely straddling two worlds and using his platform to bridge them. Now, let's talk money, because this is where the lawful good archetype gets tested. Martin doesn't sell courses. No visa blueprints. No masterclasses. No insider access programs. His revenue comes from standard YouTube ads, a modest merchandise line of branded shirts, and occasional collaborations with small local brands or tourism boards. That's it. When he gives advice about visas or property or anything legally complex, He shows the actual documents on screen, scanned forms, official websites, embassy contact information. He'll walk through a land deed clause by clause, translating the Thai legal language into English, and then say, "I'm not a lawyer, check this yourself." This is the opposite of what we saw in episode 1. Remember the visa gurus selling PDFs that turn out to be copied from government websites? Martin just shows you the government website for free and tells you to verify it independently. He's also transparent about his business. His social media lists his Bangkok talent agency. His About page mentions his acting work. He's not hiding that YouTube is part of a broader personal brand. But he's also not pretending the channel is his friend talking to you. It's a professional operation run with integrity. The one thing he does occasionally promote are community meetups and themed tours in Bangkok. Low pressure, framed as chances to connect, not opportunities to extract. And even then, the events are modest. No VIP packages, no tiered access, just Martin being accessible to people who want to say hello. Compare this to the opportunists from episode 2. Roberto's entire existence is a funnel. Every interaction is content. Every friendship is a collaboration. Every moment is monetizable. Martin films daily too, but the vibe is completely different. He's not documenting a life he's already living, not manufacturing a life to document. Here's the credibility test that matters most. When Martin ran a fundraiser for southern Thailand flood victims, Thai news outlets covered it, not because he promoted himself, but because he physically showed up, delivered supplies, and used his platform to direct resources toward established relief agencies. He didn't pocket donations. He didn't take a cut for administrative costs. He was just a conduit. That's rare. That's the difference between someone building trust and someone exploiting it. Public reception reflects this. Thai media calls him the Spanish guy with a Thai heart. Expat forums list him as an example of what YouTube creators should aspire to. The criticism we found was minimal and mostly trivial. Younger viewers wanting more party content, which Martin explicitly doesn't provide. No one accuses him of scams. No one warns others away from his advice. No one claims he misled them into legal trouble or financial loss. In an ecosystem where almost every prominent creator has angry former followers documenting their failures, Martin's absence of scandals is itself significant evidence. But let's push harder, because the question isn't whether Martin seems nice. The question is whether he's structurally different from the creators we've criticized, or whether he's just better at hiding the same incentives. The answer comes down to alignment. Martin's business model aligns his interests with his audience's interests. He succeeds when viewers trust him enough to keep watching, which means he succeeds by being trustworthy. The opportunist succeeds when viewers buy something, which means they succeed by convincing you to spend money whether or not that spending helps you. That's the structural difference. And it's why Martin can afford to tell you to check the embassy yourself, to do your own research, to verify independently. His revenue doesn't depend on you believing him more than you believe official sources. It depends on you valuing his perspective as one useful input among many. 10 years in Thailand, fluent Thai, cultural humility, evidence-based content, transparent business model, no affiliate schemes, no get-rich courses, just a guy who fell in love with a country and built an audience by sharing that love honestly. That's Martin Bravo Ziam. And if you're wondering whether creators like this can actually survive in the current ecosystem, the answer is yes, slowly, sustainably, without the explosive growth that comes from manipulating fear and urgency. But yes. Emily Sishala's story starts younger. She moved to Thailand as a teenager from Surrey. She's lived here ever since, married a Thai tattoo artist, built a life that's genuinely bicultural, not performantly so. Her channel has 221,000 subscribers, 421 videos, and a communication style that instantly sets her apart. She opens videos in Thai, then switches to English, then back to Thai depending on the topic and audience. Not as a gimmick, as genuine bilingual fluency. When Thai locals watch her content, they often forget she's foreign until she mentions the United Kingdom. That's not acting, that's integration. And it changes everything about how her content lands. Emily's videos focus heavily on cultural education, Songkran water festivals, Loi Krathong lantern releases, Buddhist ordinations, Thai food reviews, comparisons of Thai versus British social etiquette, where she actually cites Thai etiquette books and local experts. She approaches Thailand not as a tourist attraction, but as a complex society worth understanding on its own terms. The tone is warm, curious, reflective. When she tastes northern Thai curry, she doesn't scream or mug for the camera. She pauses, she thinks, she tries to articulate the experience accurately. This is so different from home. I wonder how I'd describe it. That kind of genuine processing is the opposite of reaction content. It's thoughtful instead of reflexive. On visa and legal topics, which she covers frequently because her audience asks, she consistently disclaims, "I'm not a lawyer, check with the embassy." When she did a 2-part series on retirement visas, she showed the actual forms on screen, blurring personal information but reading clauses verbatim. She cited Thai government websites. She linked the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in her description. And when the new digital Nomad visa rules came out and changed some of what she'd said previously, she updated the old video with an on-screen caption clarifying the latest limits. She admitted the landscape had shifted. She corrected the record publicly, voluntarily. That's integrity. Because the easier path would have been to ignore it, hope no one noticed, and avoid drawing attention to being wrong. Instead, she made being wrong visible and then fixed it. That's how you build trust that compounds. Emily's monetization is similarly clean. Standard YouTube ads, occasional brand partnerships that are clearly labeled, buy me a coffee link for viewers who want to support her voluntarily. No high-ticket courses, no secret blueprints, no consulting packages. She did run a Thai language ebook at one point, selling it for a few dollars, and she was explicit about it on camera. This is a passion project, not a money grab, so the price is low. She's also launched modest fundraisers for causes like the southern Thailand floods, and when she does, she's transparent about every baht. Thai news outlets documented that she opened a GoFundMe, sent all donations directly to established relief agencies like the Prince of Songkla University Fund, and posted bank receipts to prove it. One Thai article praised her transparency and sincerity, noting that she explains crises clearly to foreigners and channels every donation to actual relief work with verification. That level of accountability is almost unheard of in the influencer space. Most creators would take a cut for time and effort. Emily explicitly refused. This brings us to the Buddha tattoo incident. In early 2024, Emily posted a photo of a small Buddha image tattooed on her arm. Some Thai netizens immediately criticized it as disrespect. This could have been a PR disaster. Instead, it became a trust-building moment. Emily apologized if she'd offended anyone. Then she asked Thai followers what they thought. She opened a dialogue instead of getting defensive. Thai lawyer Kertpol Kert publicly confirmed she'd broken no laws. Most Thai commenters reassured her that a Buddha on the arm wasn't seen as disrespectful by the majority. And Emily handled the whole thing with grace and humility. Thai PBS summarized the reaction. Emily explains things carefully to foreigners. Every time a crisis happens in Thailand, she clearly explains it so outsiders can understand. That two-way respect, Emily respecting Thai culture, Thais respecting Emily's intentions, is the foundation of her entire brand. Compare this to the creators we've covered who treat Thailand as a theme park, who don't speak the language, who exist in expat bubbles, who offer no cultural context because they don't understand cultural context. Emily is the opposite. She's so embedded that when she criticizes something, like the BBC documentary on Thailand's dark side, Thai viewers trust that the criticism comes from love of country, not performative contrarianism. Her audience interaction reflects this. Comments thank her for clarifying tough topics. When she made a video about marriage visas, Western viewers thanked her for making government jargon understandable. When she featured temples, Thai commenters added historical context, and Emily read those comments aloud in the next video, crediting them. The community she's built is respectful. Long comment threads debating customs without descending into trolling. Thai and English speakers mixing freely. Viewers addressing each other politely. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens when a creator sets the tone and enforces it consistently. Emily also uses Instagram and TikTok to share short cultural clips. Why we remove shoes at temples, Thai New Year traditions, always with both Thai and English captions. Nearly 1 million TikTok followers. But even there, no hustling, no urgency, just steady bilingual cultural education. Her business ventures outside of YouTube have been modest. She ran a Thai fusion restaurant for a few years, then closed it to focus on content. Now her income is ad revenue, occasional brand deals, and voluntary fan support. One journalist explicitly referred to her as an expat influencer who lives modestly. No flashy lifestyle, no luxury branding, just sustainable living built on sustainable business practices. When Emily does sponsored content, a taste test of locally made hot sauce, for example, she's transparent about it. And then she continues buying the product with her own money afterwards and says so on camera. The endorsement is genuine. The sponsorship is disclosed. The relationship is honest. The contrast with earlier episodes is stark. In episode 1, we saw creators disguising sales as advice, hiding commission structures, manufacturing urgency to bypass critical thinking. Emily does the opposite. When she promotes something, you know it. When she's uncertain about something, she says so. When she makes money from a video, she's open about it. And crucially, she often isn't making money. She's admitted to turning off ads on charity videos so the focus stays on the cause instead of her revenue. She's told viewers to donate directly to relief funds instead of through her, so she doesn't handle the money. These are deliberate financial sacrifices in the name of maintaining trust. Could Emily make more money by playing the game differently? Absolutely. She could sell a high-ticket visa course. She could run affiliate funnels. She could manufacture urgency and capitalize on fear. But she doesn't. And the fact that she chooses not to, even though the option exists, tells you everything about her priorities. The question we have to ask is the same one we asked about Martin. Is this structural integrity or just sophisticated branding? Again, the answer is alignment. Emily's business model rewards her for being helpful and accurate. She grows when viewers trust her enough to recommend her to others. Word of mouth, organic search. People finding her videos because they search for honest explanations of Thai customs or visa rules, and her content came up. That's a different growth engine than the one driving opportunists. It's slower. It requires patience. It doesn't produce explosive spikes, but it compounds. And it doesn't collapse when the lies catch up to you, because there are no lies to catch up. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Martin and Emily are outliers. Not because they're rare humans with unique moral fiber. They're outliers because the system punishes what they're doing. The algorithm rewards watch time. Watch time correlates with emotional intensity. Emotional intensity comes from fear, outrage, excitement, urgency. Balanced, nuanced, careful content doesn't trigger those emotions strongly, so it gets less reach. It grows slower. It makes less money per view. Martin and Emily have survived despite this, not because of it. They succeeded by building loyal audiences that actively seek them out instead of passively consuming whatever the algorithm serves. That's harder. It takes longer. It's less predictable. And it raises the question, if integrity is this hard to scale, can we really expect more creators to choose it? The answer is maybe. If enough viewers start rewarding creators who show their work, cite sources, correct mistakes, and refuse to manipulate, if those behaviors start generating sustainable revenue, then the incentive structure shifts, slowly, marginally, but it shifts. This is why we're profiling Martin and Emily in this series. Not because they're perfect, not because they never make mistakes, but because they represent proof that a different path exists. That you can build a channel on trust instead of exploitation. That you can survive in this ecosystem without selling your audience's well-being for clicks. They're not immune to criticism. Emily's Buddha tattoo controversy shows that even well-intentioned creators can step wrong. Martin's content could be accused of romanticizing Thailand in ways that obscure complexity. Neither of them covers the darker sides of expat life with the same depth they cover festivals and food. But the difference is they don't claim to be comprehensive guides to everything Thailand. They claim to share their perspective honestly, and when challenged, they engage with criticism instead of dismissing it. They update instead of doubling down. They admit limitations instead of pretending omniscience. That's the bar, not perfection, but honesty about imperfection. If you're watching Martin or Emily, you're probably already getting value. They're doing what creators should do, offering perspective, citing sources, encouraging independent verification, building communities around learning instead of buying. But here's what you need to remember. Even the best creators operate inside a system designed to corrupt them. The algorithm will always whisper that they'd grow faster if they exaggerated just a little. If they created just a little more urgency. If they simplified just enough to make the message more shareable. Martin and Emily have resisted that whisper so far. But the pressure never stops. And if their channels plateau while opportunists keep growing, the temptation to compromise will get stronger. Your role as a viewer is to make integrity profitable, not out of charity, out of self-interest. Because the more you reward creators who tell you the truth, the more truth you'll get. The more you punish creators who manipulate you, the less manipulation will exist. It's that simple. Watch time is currency. Spend it on people who've earned it. Specifically, when you find creators who cite primary sources, admit mistakes, refuse shady monetization, and build communities instead of funnels. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Comment thoughtfully. Share their content with people who need honest information. Tell them explicitly what you value about their approach. And when you find creators doing the opposite, when you see clickbait, manufactured urgency, hidden affiliates, deleted criticism, disengage. Don't hate watch. Don't comment just to argue. Just leave. The algorithm interprets all engagement as positive. Silence is the only message it understands. This is how ecosystems change. Not through campaigns or manifestos, through thousands of individual decisions about where to put attention. You have more power than you think. Use it. We're 4 episodes into this series. We've shown you the predators who weaponize psychology for profit, the opportunists who turn every experience into revenue, the chaos merchants who prioritize spectacle over substance, And now the outliers who've chosen integrity despite the cost. The pattern that emerges is clear. The Thailand YouTube ecosystem rewards extraction over contribution. It rewards performance over authenticity. It rewards urgency over accuracy. And it will continue to reward those things until viewers collectively decide to value something different. Martin and Emily prove that different is possible. They're not mythical figures. They're real people running real businesses under the same algorithmic pressures as everyone else. They've just made different choices about what they're willing to sacrifice. The question is whether those choices are sustainable, whether enough viewers will find them to keep the lights on, whether they can maintain their standards as the pressure to grow intensifies. We don't know yet. The experiment is ongoing. But what we do know is this. If creators like Martin and Emily can't make it, if integrity can't scale in this ecosystem, then the future belongs entirely to the manipulators. And that future costs real people real money, real visas, real safety, real lives. So pay attention to what you're rewarding. Pay attention to what you're punishing. Pay attention to whether the creators you follow are building trust or exploiting it. Because the Thailand you find when you arrive will be shaped by the Thailand that gets promoted. And the Thailand that gets promoted is the Thailand that gets views. Choose carefully. Next episode, we're examining the fifth archetype, the ones who've somehow transcended the entire game. The philanthropic few who create content not for revenue but for impact, the rarest of all. The ones who make you question whether altruism can exist on a platform designed to monetize everything. Until then, remember this, Martin and Emily aren't saints. They're professionals who've chosen a harder path because they believe it's the right one. They still need your support to survive. They still make mistakes. They still operate inside a broken system. But they're trying. And in an ecosystem where most aren't, that matters. Subscribe to Thailand Truth Talks. Hit the bell. And if you know someone planning a move to Thailand who's basing their decisions on what they've seen on YouTube, send them this series, not as entertainment, as protection. Because the biggest danger in Thailand right now isn't crime, scams, or visas. It's the guy on YouTube pretending to be your friend while optimizing for conversion. Learn to tell the difference. Your future might depend on it. This is Thailand Truth Talks. Welcome to the reckoning.